And we are live. Everybody welcome Anonymous Biker USA channel. And we have with us Her Two Wheels, Dirty Deez, and Blacktop Devil. So why don't we start off Her Two Wheels. If you could tell us where we could find you on your Instagram and YouTube and get us rolling.
Sorry, I had the live stream playing in the background. I had to go mute it real fast, so that was straight Inception. Could you repeat?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, you there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just was asking Jess, where would we find you? Just YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Her Two Wheels on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Pretty easy.
All right, Mr. Deez, how about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can find me on Instagram at dirty.deez. On Facebook, it's Tom Deez. My first name is Tom, and they wouldn't let me have the first name of Dirty. So there you go.
And the Devil Duo, how about you?
Blacktop Devil on YouTube, Blacktop Devil _ on Instagram, because said it was available and it wasn't.
Is that right?
I'm on Facebook also on the Blacktop Devil, so I can't be consistent.
All right. Well, first question I have is for Mr. Deez.
Yo.
And in 2019, you took a trip to Australia for 3 months.
Yes.
You jumped off the falls, went to the fairy pools at Noosa National Park. You rode a pink bike. You met two Kiwi riders, the Governor 947. And my question about that whole experience is, what did you take away from the people and the culture? And how did you think it was similar or dissimilar to the United States?
Oh, dude. Okay, that's a great question, and I'm gonna bring up a topic that a lot of people are thinking about right now, actually, on how, something that impressed me. The people were very cool toward each other. For one, overall, they were very cool toward each other, and the people that I ran into who were like law enforcement type, they have a ton of, they're in Australia, they're everywhere. And they were just really, really cool and laid back, very helpful. Like a lot of them here are too, but over there it seemed overly so.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the guy wanted to bust out his phone and give me the MapQuest coordinates and stuff when I asked directions from this cop. And I'm like, damn, okay, that's cool. And then, yeah, that was cool. Different. They have so many rules that you cannot bend or get around in Australia.
Really?
It really is crazy. Yeah. So when you're driving, they have, they'll give you speeding tickets with cameras, and they're set up everywhere. And the penalties are really, really stiff, man. So
like monetarily?
Yeah.
Or?
Monetarily, yeah. They come down really heavy on you, kind of. And there are just a lot of rules in Australia that I didn't expect.
Wow.
And people are expected as like their social contract. Everyone just plays along with the rules. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Where here, if you have a law, it's only illegal if you get caught. Like everyone's,
right?
Doing little scams and schemes.
Exactly. Cool. All right. Well, Her Two Wheels. I have a question for your Arizona Triumph experience.
Okay.
And you got to ride the Rocket 3, which I'm very jealous of. So why don't you tell me a little bit about, I watched your video, tell me what you thought of that bike, but then more so about the whole experience with Triumph and how that came about.
Sure. The bike was way smoother than I thought it would be. I guess that's just a Harley stigma. I assume every big bike is going to be like really chunky and gurgly, but the Rocket was super, super smooth, incredible torque, incredible power, and really comfortable. Like I'm an old ass lady, so like my knees were starting to hurt the first day.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
How did you feel on the bike?
Oh, like 100% stable.
Okay.
Yeah, flat foot, easy peasy. It wasn't very high. Yeah, and we had ridden the Tiger all day the day before, so that was a much taller bike. So my knees were like killing me after the first day. So I picked the Rocket with like the forward controls, so I could just like relax.
Yeah.
It was very comfortable. And then the trip all together was literally like a whirlwind. We were in and out in 24 hours.
Wow.
But it was amazing. We saw some really, really amazing roads.
So how did that come about that they selected you to do that? They contacted you?
Yeah, a rep from Triumph reached out to me, and I for sure thought I was being catfished. So I
Right.
didn't believe it at all. I had to Google this dude and make sure it was real.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
It worked out.
Wow, that's awesome. So you going to do it again next year?
I don't know. That was their very first time having that immersion experience. So
Okay.
I hope it becomes a regular thing. And
Yeah.
for many brands, I think it's a good idea.
Awesome. Devil Duo, how are you?
We're doing good.
Fantastic.
Well, my question for you guys is, and I know your favorite video series is the 2,000 Miles to the Sun, but my question about that is not about a particular video or an episode, but what did you guys learn about yourself from that trip, and what did you learn from each other?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Patience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides, I know that you had the Zero cup holder broke, you dropped your helmets.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was all in one day
Yeah,
too.
it
It was brutal.
Yeah, but then it turned around. That
Yeah.
afternoon was.
Yeah, it was good. You know, Patience, she's right. We learned that we don't really fight as much as we probably should. No, I don't know. But some of that. Also, packing and everything's great on day one, and by day 3, it's all over the place. And
Whatever. If it fits, it's fine.
yeah, we'll just stuff it in there.
Yeah.
So I learned I don't have to be quite as picky as I am.
Did you find that you overpacked for that?
No.
We've
Well,
kind of got that down to a science. We're pretty good packers.
Yeah.
it's a little different now bringing camera gear with.
Mhm.
So instead of bringing an extra pair of jeans, it's like
2 batteries.
Yeah.
Right. Right, and a drone, right?
Yeah, now, yeah. I'll fit
Yeah.
that in there somewhere.
Jess, you being a big moto camper, do you find that an issue too as far as the packing goes?
Yeah, I overpack every time. And
Okay.
I know I do, but I'm always I'm going to need it. And then I don't, like today.
It's hard because you never know if it's going to get cold or if it's going to be hot or, it's-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Up in Ohio, it could literally fluctuate 15 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nebraska. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
How much percentage of your camera gear versus clothes do you say you take? Like, do you just take I'm going to take one GoPro, or do you take everything?
Who's this one for me?
Blacktop and Jess, both of you guys, since you're moto campers.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I definitely bring more cameras than clothes. If I know it's going to be cold, I'll try to pack strategically warm clothes, but I've learned just wear the same pair of jeans and
Right.
just change your socks and
Yep.
underwear, but basically all your clothes are going to be disgusting by the time you get home anyway.
All
That's
right.
true. Yeah, pretty much the same here. Just try to make a decision on what you need for sure and try to minimalize it as much as possible.
Right. Right. So, Mr. Deez,
Yo.
you're like the live cast guru on the platform.
Oh, geez. Not lately, brother. Let me tell you, my last one really, we had some issues. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, hey, you've had Matt Laidlaw, Adam Sandoval, Xavier Muriel, John Maxwell, Doodle. I mean, you've had a lot of big guests on your channel. So my question is, what one trait do you find they all share at being successful in this game?
Ooh. Yeah, wow, because they're all so different. Some of them are YouTubers, some of them are motorcycle builders, some of them are, yeah. So I would say that a lot of people, and I like to talk to those people who are successful in whatever they do, even if they're musicians, if
Mhm.
they're writers, whatever. I think they all have a certain kind of energy about them. It's something that maybe they draw it out, or maybe it gets drawn out of them, but there's an energy that successful people, whatever you want to call that, have. And I would say successful meaning you're happy at what you're doing.
Right.
They have an energy. Maybe it's because they're happy at what they're doing. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, I watch a lot of podcasts too, like Joe Rogan and all that. And you'll even see him interview someone like Elon Musk, who Elon Musk is kind of real even keel
Yeah.
and kind of a boring speaker, but he still has something that attracts you to. I
Right.
see Jess nodding her head, like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I love listening to the Elon Musk podcast because he's just a robot, but very genuine.
a robot.
He believes everything that he says, which is great.
Yeah.
Did you say a wealthy robot, Blacktop?
Yeah, I said he's definitely a robot.
Oh, I thought you said he's a wealthy
But
robot.
yeah, he's wealthy too.
Yeah. Well, so Jess, a couple of your videos I see you riding with Ethan, and he seems to be an extraordinarily skilled rider for sure.
Very much.
So my question is, what's the craziest ride you ever did with him and then couldn't believe that you did it after it was done?
I've only ridden with Ethan twice.
Okay.
Both of those were on video. So I would say probably, I think maybe the first ride that we did together.
Was that when you went, he went off-road with the gravel?
That was the second one.
Okay.
That one didn't surprise me at all. He's like, seriously, nothing phases him.
I noticed that.
I know he was just out west shooting with, I can't remember, maybe it was Easy Riders, maybe it was TC Bros, but they were like riding choppers down like these crazy gravel dirt roads, and I'm like, see, no, I'm not doing that.
For you guys, if you haven't seen that, I mean, he has a Road King, right?
Yeah, he has so many bikes. I don't even know which are his.
Well,
and
he was taking a Road King special down this gravel dirt road, and I mean, you can imagine what that's like. And he wasn't going necessarily slow.
No.
So I mean,
he does not know fear.
Yeah. Well, he's a Harley racer.
Yeah, he races for our local Harley Davidson dealership, Farrow Harley Davidson. So he goes all over the country racing for them.
Yeah. Hence the skill.
Yeah.
All right, Blacktop. Your one of your last videos where you did it's not goodbye, but it's see you later. You mentioned a short break, which I get it, but how often do you feel pressured or overwhelmed to produce content, and how do you balance the YouTube versus the feeling like a job?
Every week.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I don't know how I balance it, but I do it somehow. The slowdown that I started to do has helped so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel quite as pressured. Obviously, it kind of hurts the channel. I already noticed, uploading my last video, I noticed I didn't have views for 3 weeks, really. I mean, I had some carryover, but I definitely felt it. But at the end of the day, this is fun for me, and I got to keep it that way, So, both of our jobs are really stressful, so it's that kind of has to take priority, I guess.
Yeah. How many hours you find you spend a week doing it?
Oh, probably. I'm getting faster at editing, but by the time I come up with an idea and we actually go film it and stuff, it's probably 20 hours, maybe 30 hours. I'm not very creative, so that part's tough. But I don't know. Like we've been trying to get some sunset and sunrise shots here lately, and it's a struggle.
Nebraska weather isn't working out for us.
Yeah.
Well, you have some very steady hands though when you do all your slow-mo shots. I got to tell you that.
Yes, it's
You're very good at those.
acquired skill, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're very good at those.
I mean, my stabilization helps a little bit, but
Which camera are you using when you do those?
I use an M50, Canon
Okay.
M50. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Jess, do you use an M50 or any kind of or just kind of GoPro it? Or?
Yeah, I was gonna say, teach me what you do, because I was filming today and the stabilization was just jacked. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
it's,
have it on, so
Yeah.
can't get
You have the same camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Deez, you have an M50 also?
No, man. M50, what is that, a gun?
The Canon.
No, man. No. I was going to ask, Blacktop, is that what you're using right now?
Yeah, I've been using it for, over a year, probably a year and a half.
Yeah, that picture is crystal clear, man. It looks amazing.
Yeah, well, I got a new lens for it too, and that helped a lot. But it doesn't have stabilization in the lens, so I got to be careful when I'm vlogging with it because it gets a little jittery. But
Well, I'm with Jess when she says, "Tell me what you know, man." I'm going to be hitting you up for some notes and
I'll hit you guys up on Instagram and show you my ways.
There you go.
Yeah, no, man. I just use a GoPro. I have a GoPro 7 and the 360 GoPro, which is kind of cool to mess with.
Yeah, I
And
saw that video when
don't-
you're editing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's fun. You just got to be careful not to overdo it because, too much of a good thing, it makes people nauseous.
Right.
With
Yeah.
360s. Yeah.
Is it hard to edit? Sorry to jump in, but is it hard to edit 360 footage?
You know, I do all mine just on the phone. So I get it off
Wow.
of, I upload it from the GoPro. It goes up into the cloud. Then from there, you transfer it over to the app. Then it's in your phone.
Right
And
on.
with the GoPro software, I edit it all here on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll save it as a file and then move that over into Filmora. And that's my like kindergarten level editing software that I use.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, man.
Just wanted to check out the side chat. It's got the Prairie Boy 77 joined us. We have Outback Outlaw, The Beard, Up North Rider, Hippie Trev from Australia, Iron Cross Racing, Motorcycle Mama is here, Diesel's Hogs Vlogs, Riding Ohio, Paul Barris, Mr. GRD, lots of people. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Mr. Deez,
Yes, sir.
your motorcycle rallies. You've
Yes.
done many. You've done the Bring It Home, the Frogs for Freedom, the Lone Star.
Yes.
Which rally do you feel is the most organized of the bunch?
So far, I would say, I would have to go with the small rally, which you mentioned it, the Frogs for Freedom, and that's put on. Yeah, that's put on by Doc Watson up in Bandera, Texas. He's a 70-something-year-old frogman. They used to call the Navy SEALs the frogmen, and they shoot it. You know, once the ride's over, they start planning the next one. And I've been real fortunate to interview Doc for the last 2 years prior to that event, and it's just really cool, man. I mean, that city, Bandera, Texas, has like 975 people in it.
Wow.
And I always joke with him that he's the mayor of the city because anywhere you go, everybody knows who Doc Watson is, man. Great dude.
Is he still ride as well?
You know, I haven't seen him ride in quite some time. No, I think he's, he's had some health issues that kept him off the bike for a while. And, I think now he just kind of focuses on the event. This is the last year he's doing it. So we'll see what happens after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Jess, Babes Ride Out, it's East Coast. That was like your dream trip because it was riding, moto camping all in one.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So my question for that is, what were your feelings going into the event? And then were they consistent when you were riding away and reflecting on what happened?
It's always nerve-wracking when I get there because it is such a big event, and I am actually pretty shy when I meet people. Like, I feel like I can talk to people really well, but it is like still nerve-wracking. Like, can I camp next to you? Like,
Right.
Are you gonna be nice? I'll be nice. So that's always nerve-wracking for me. But this will be my third year going, so I've only been physically there twice on the East Coast, and it has like consistently gotten more and more fun each year. So
Yeah, they have huge turnouts.
yeah, West Coast is definitely a much bigger event. This year they're throttling it back a little because of everything, but
Right.
I think they're keeping it down to 500 people on the West Coast, and then it's going to be 500 on the East Coast as well. But I feel like 500 is roughly what they've had for the past couple years. It's grown each year, but yeah.
Good. Okay. Devil Duo. You guys are both born and raised in Nebraska, Cornhuskers. So tell us the best and worst part about your state.
The worst part is the weather. The weather is not ideal for motorcycles here.
Yeah.
Today, the wind is what, 30, 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
Blowing pretty good.
That's
That's your worst part.
I hate the
The
weather.
best part is there's a lot of good things about Nebraska, but to me, it's the people are for the most part really nice. It's kind of one of those states where everybody waves at each other when they meet each other on the road, especially around here. It's a small town, so I like the openness of it. It's not super crowded, so riding, especially north of here in the Sandhills, is awesome because there's times you're the only thing on the road for 20 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then I know from listening to some of your videos, you want to wind up in Arizona.
At some point, yeah, that'd be great.
So, what made you decide Arizona? I'm guessing Lady Devil's going to say the weather on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Same
sun.
for you?
Yep.
the sun. Yep, for sure. Yeah, it's.
Not too hot there?
I don't. Is
We
there such a
love-
thing?
We love the heat. We hate to be cold. So that's
I like a dry heat, and it fits the bill.
Oh, you're going to get it. That's Deez, right? Down there, pretty hot in San Antonio?
Oh man, not only hot, it's humid as
Yeah.
a mother.
I don't like
Yeah.
humidity.
Ugh. Dude,
We
it's so nasty. If you ever fly to San Antonio, when you get off the plane, you're still going through that little tunnel, right? You just step off the plane, you can feel the humidity hit you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to change gears here. I'm going to do a little quick shots for you. Everybody's just going to get one word, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the word. So, Jess, for you, I'm going moto camping.
Fun.
All right.
So generic.
Blacktop, I'm going heavy metal music.
I don't need a word.
There you go.
Metallica.
There you go. Mr. Deez, Indian Motorcycle Company.
Okay.
I'll take it. All right, Deez, favorite movie?
Let's see. Favorite movie? Great question. You know what? I go to Blood In, Blood Out, an old East LA style gangster movie. Very cool.
Okay. How about you,
Yeah.
Jess?
That's tough. I really like. It's a movie called Castaway on the Moon.
Okay.
Korean movie.
Really?
Oh,
Subtitles?
okay.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Okay. The Devil Duo?
You have one?
Twister.
Oh, how about that?
my
Tornadoes for a Nebraska
Wow.
person.
Mine would be Office Space.
The TPS report. All right. Favorite comedian, Jess?
Oh, I want to say Bill Burr, but he pisses me off more than he makes me laugh. But I really enjoy him.
Mr. Deez?
There is a guy named Tom Segura who's pretty good.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Check him out. Yeah, he has a
Okay.
Netflix special. His latest Netflix special is pretty interesting. Don't watch it with the kids, of course.
Yeah. Blacktop?
It's a toss up between probably Dave Chappelle and Dane Cook.
Okay. Have you guys ever seen Sebastian Maniscalco?
No.
No.
You got to look him up. Funny Italian guy. Short last name.
Yeah, I can't spell that, man.
Ends in a vowel. All right. For each of you guys, what is your least favorite part of riding? 30 Ds?
Least favorite part, I would have to say here in Texas, the heat, man.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it gets to the point where there are certain times of the day it's too hot to ride. Like the summertime, if we have an off season, it's probably the middle of summer. And you can only ride very early or late at night.
Yeah, it's the same
Sunday,
with down
sundown.
here.
Yeah. I mean, when you're standing at a light and you've got sweat going down your back, down your ass crack, it's not very fun.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you, Jess?
I hate the maintenance.
Are you a T-clock person or just get on it and ride?
I just get on it and ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even check my tire pressure.
Yeah.
Most times.
Bees.
What's your least favorite part, Mr. Devil?
We both have the same one. You want bugs?
Taking a bug to the
Oh, yeah?
I've taken bees to the hand, bees to the knees.
Anybody ever got stung while they're riding?
I get
me.
stung every
Me too.
summer.
In the
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
fun.
No, it's not.
No.
You ever have a bee get caught in your helmet and won't get out?
Yeah, I've had one in my visor. I've
Same
caught
here.
a bald-faced hornet in my shirt one time,
Oh,
and I've had 2 bees get stuck down the back of my jacket. Not at the same time, same summer though, and they sting me like on my torso.
Ouch.
Oh, man.
Every year, I wear full gear. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, so once they get in, they're not getting out.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Blacktop, what's your most bizarre meeting with a subscriber?
Oh,
And I don't mean Todd from Canada.
jeez. Oh, Sam. We haven't really had any like weird ones.
No?
I'm not. Yeah, there is. I'm not gonna say his name,
No.
but there was a guy down at K River that he was just wanting to be nice. He wanted to chit chat, and it was like one of those extended things where you couldn't get away from him.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm a little too nice, so I just kind of hung out and just listened to him for like 45 minutes.
Wow. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You should have just told me to leave, bro.
I didn't want to say your name.
You have any issues with that, Jess?
I haven't had any weird experiences. I have had people in my local city recognize me at coffee shops and stuff.
Yeah.
I also happened to be in my full gear and my motorcycle was parked outside. But
Okay.
yeah, I was ordering a coffee one time and some guy was just like, hey. I was like, hey. And that was it. He's like, are you the two wheels? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the two wheels.
I'm the two wheels.
You have any crazy ones, Deez?
The only crazy thing is that
Besides
I
Blacktop?
Yeah, I just the craziest thing is I happened to meet somebody very randomly who was a subscriber at all because I don't have a lot of subscribers. So that in itself was like, that is a trip. But I was riding, and off to the side of the road there was a small airplane that had been grounded, like landed on the side of the road. So crazy, and people were up there taking pictures and stuff. So I brought my bike around. And this guy on a motorcycle came around too, and he started talking to me about the channel. Now, I will tell you, it's not because, maybe he necessarily recognized me. I had my friggin' sticker on the back bag of my bike, so it was pretty easy to spot me.
Right.
Yeah, but it was cool, man. It was real cool. We went up to a little spot around the corner, grabbed a sandwich, hung out and talked. It was real fun.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
We got some new people that joined in. We got Scouts Adventures, Bodine 52, Chopper Fett, Mad Kiwi. Thank you for coming in. And Prairie Boy's been putting everybody's channel links in the side chat. So if you want to go check out everybody, please make sure you do that and see what they have to offer. Jess, I want to ask you a little bit about your YouTube game. Are you a huge proponent and studier of the analytics, or do you just kind of go with the flow?
I think it's a mix. The analytics absolutely fascinate me, but that's with social media in general, not just YouTube, because I am in a creative marketing, like full-time position.
Mm-hmm.
And then definitely a go with the flow. I really do just record whatever the hell I want to and hope other people like it.
Okay, so even when you go, you just come up with a random topic, or do you pre-plan your topic?
Sometimes it really does help to pre-plan, and then that just kind of snowballs into something else because I really do just talk to myself all the time.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll go ride without anything, and it shows. You can tell.
And let me quickly, Road Rash is giving me a hard time. Give a shout out to Road Rash in the side chat. Sorry I missed you, buddy. As well as Glide Arkansas and BJ and the Bear and Boots and Jeans Riders. Thank you for coming in. Boy, get all kind of flack from the side chat. Devil Duo, I know you guys are not a fan of the chain restaurants. So in all of your travels, you tell me the best restaurant and where was it?
It's probably your department.
I would say Mahogany Grill in, where was that? Durango?
I don't remember that
Right?
one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Who had the fish? And the chocolate cake?
Oh, yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think it was
Durango.
He remembered the chocolate cake.
Yeah, once she said that, sign me up.
Yeah, Mahogany Grill in Durango, Colorado.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
Durango, Colorado.
Yep.
Okay.
She's a
I like food.
connoisseur.
A foodie?
So I like to research, where we're
Yeah.
going to be staying and then find, the little restaurants. And
And Mr. Devil appreciates that.
he does.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows where he's eating. That's good.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
helpless in the kitchen, so I need her for that.
Yeah.
But speaking of food, you guys care to share with everybody what a runza is?
Again.
The best thing ever. It's a little dough. I don't know how to
Pocket.
I guess.
Encapsulated pocket.
And then it's got beef and cabbage and sometimes carrots in it. It's a German thing, and it's
And cheese.
sometimes cheese.
Sometimes cheese.
Pretty good.
So that's all over Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
that's actually a chain that we have here. It's a Nebraska chain, but
Okay.
yeah, there's they didn't originally, they weren't
Or
fast
made
food.
here, yeah.
So yeah, they're good.
Jess, when you're moto camping, are you camping, glamping, or are you hardcore in it? What kind of camping do you do?
Certainly not hardcoring it.
Okay.
I try to bring as many of life's luxuries with me on the bike. So I bring a fan. I bring an actual like inflatable twin size mattress.
Okay.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the way to do it.
You just fit that in the saddlebags, huh?
Yeah, it all fits in my sissy bar bag.
Yeah, that's a big bag you got. I saw that thing.
Huge.
Yeah. Did you on your last trip where you went fishing? Did you keep any of those fish?
Nah, I really I like fishing for the sport of it. I catch and release.
Yeah. Yeah, you caught some big fish.
Yeah, on accident.
Yeah. Mr. Deez,
Yes, sir.
a lot of your videos I watch your motorcycle riding tips. So, how do you come up with your clever and comical titles?
Oh man, you're putting me on a pedestal because I think that's
You got some funny
one of the
titles.
hardest parts. Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'll say, man. Is like the titles. I'll do a video first and then do the title, and I know some people will do a title first and then do the video. That's just how it works out for me. I'll usually do a video and think about the title a little bit as I'm doing it, or something will pop out about the video, and so I'll do it that way. But yeah, man.
How about you guys? Do you guys do title first and then video, or just go shooting and make the title afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually shoot it and then figure out a title later, poorly.
Yeah.
Struggle.
I do use the app TubeBuddy, so I will research to see if any words pop up. Sometimes I think like this is going to be for sure everyone's searching it, and it's like a dud.
Right.
But every time it says, like not every time, but sometimes it'll say this is great. It's going to get good hits. It's usually a flop. So I don't really know how reliable it is, but it's fun to search.
So do you actually like A/B test your titles, Jess?
Yeah, I just because the app is already like on my browser. So if I'm thinking of, moto camping or something, I'll search keywords around moto camping, like moto camping for beginners or, stuff like
Sure.
that. And it'll show you like, if you extend it and add more keywords, like your video is more likely to be picked up in search.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Al Gotch is here, Baggers and Brews, and Jamon Rooney. Thanks for coming by. Jess, you have recently done some videos riding with your mom, which is pretty cool. So, was that a shock to you when your mom wanted to start riding?
Yeah. It was a shock to both of us. So I have obviously known my mom my whole life, and she's never, ever talked about wanting to ride motorcycles until 5 years ago when I decided I wanted to learn. When I told her that, I was like, hey, I'm going to get a motorcycle. And she kind of gave me this look like I just smacked her across the face. And I was like, are you okay? Like, I thought she was afraid you're going to kill yourself, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that has been my lifelong dream, is to ride my own motorcycle. And I was
Wow.
like, no, I didn't know that. No clue. So
Wow.
after a couple years of me riding, my mom and I were sitting down having coffee one summer afternoon, and she just like got in her purse and like slapped a little pamphlet down in front of me, and it was the beginner course pamphlet to go get her permit, and I was so shocked. I was so excited.
Now, with her riding and you being a rider, knowing that she's out there riding, do you ever worry?
Oh, of course I worry, but she certainly picked it up way faster than I anticipated she would.
Does she ride by herself or just when you're with her?
Nope, rides by herself all the time.
Okay, that's awesome. What kind of bike is she riding?
She has a Honda Shadow Aero
Okay.
750. Yeah, it's like it's so cute. She calls it Jack for Jack-o'-lantern because
Okay.
it's orange and black.
Nice. That's good. All right, Deez, are you a listener of music when you're riding?
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, on my channel, if you look in playlists, I just realized that the music I listen to a lot of times is under a playlist called motorcycle riding music, real original, right?
Right.
So this is something that, shoot, I've had this little playlist going since before I had my channel, and I just add music to it, as I find cool stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, I love to listen to music when I ride.
Blacktop and Lady, you guys listen to music, or you just kind of chit-chatting amongst yourselves?
We used to. Since we switched to full faces, we don't, because I can't really hear it.
Right.
But I kind of enjoy just listening to the engine. I mean, it lets me zone out. It seems like when I listen to music, I don't get my my thoughts out, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So,
We don't really anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, you a music person, Jess, or just riding?
If I'm by myself on a trip longer than 20 minutes, I'll listen to music.
Okay. Bluetooth in it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Got a question for Lady Devil. You said you like to paint.
I do.
So what type of paintings do you do? What kind of art is it? Oh, like oil, abstract?
Here's what I just got into. It's adult paint by numbers.
Okay.
Don't judge.
Not judging.
It's a freaking blast. I think everybody should try it. It's so relaxing. I love it. But I've just done little like yard signs and stuff. I painted like a little Grinch, and he cut it out, and we put it up every Christmas. So
Have you attempted the logo yet?
no, I haven't.
No.
That's a really good
I
idea.
should try. Yeah, put it up in the
A little
garage.
handcrafted Lady Devil logo?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have to try that. But yeah, that's what I like to do. So
Big money. You could sell them at Sturgis.
that's right.
Is everybody here going to Sturgis this year, or kind of wait and see, or
Planning to.
Mm-hmm.
yeah? Deez, you heading out?
Yes, I am. And in fact, last week I got the good news. I had a group of people that had an Airbnb. It started out with about 10 people, got down to about 8. Then we're getting down to like 5 or 6. Last Thursday, it came through that the final 6 people have now put in their deposits. So
Okay.
it is a sure thing, brother.
That's
So you're
great.
saying you have extra room?
No. Well, you know what? It's funny. There are a lot of bunk beds in there, and I'm thinking, all right, who's getting the top bunk, man?
You not going, Jess?
I'm not going this year.
Okay.
I really wanted to. I think an opportunity would possibly open up, but since Babe's Ride Out got shifted,
Yeah.
it's the following weekend. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
riding back to New York and then back to Ohio.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Question for everybody, and admit it if it happens. Anybody ever run out of gas?
Almost.
Once.
Okay. You did? How far away from from where you were going?
No, I was just learning how to ride, and I had a Honda Shadow without a gas gauge, and I didn't know how much gas was in it. This was literally like one of my first rides.
Okay.
But I ran out on the side of the road, but I had a reserve tank, so it
Nice.
wasn't catch
You almost ran out, Blacktop?
Yeah. Dad and I were on a ride, and we were trying to push home. It was getting kind of late, and I had a Kawasaki Mean Streak at the time, and the light had been on for a while, but we had 30 miles to get home. And I was
Yeesh.
like, oh, I can
You
do
pushed it.
And I made it to the gas station, but about 2 miles before I hit town, it was like chugging.
Yeah.
It would like run for a little bit and shut off, and then run. It was a struggle. But
Did you ever have it happen to you?
Yeah, man, check out this story. So I thought I had run out of gas, but it actually wasn't the case. I just got my first bike. I met my buddy Lewis, who also, I knew he had a motorcycle. It was my first ride with anybody. Met him at this pool hall. We played pool. When we're getting ready to leave, I can't start my bike. And I'm like, what? Well, maybe it's out of gas, right? So I ended up, he met me at the next gas station. I pushed the bike to the pump. And what it really was is I had not pulled out the frickin' choke. On a Sportster, you have to pull that choke out.
Right.
And the bike was so new to me, dude, that, yeah, man. So I thought I was out of gas. I just was an idiot.
So, Blacktop, what's your worst breakdown story?
I luckily have not broke down myself, but Bring It Home 2018, my dad broke down. His battery cells actually shorted out inside the case of the battery, and we were on
Oh,
the side
wow.
of the road for probably 3 hours by the time we figured out what exactly was going on. And I was able to run. We were just south of Oklahoma City, and I was able to run back into town and grab a battery for them. Like they were going to close in like 10 minutes.
Wow.
And, but I got one and we got it going. So I've been lucky myself.
Yeah. You've been good too, Jess?
Yeah, I fortunately, knock on wood, haven't had a breakdown, but I did have, once again, I was at a coffee shop and the girl I was riding
Common
with.
theme here, huh?
Yeah. The girl I was riding with forgot to turn her bike off, so the headlight killed the battery.
Oh.
So we tried to, this is before I bought my jump pack, so we were trying to like push start, trying to get it to start, but it was dead as a doornail. So I put her on the back of my bike and we 2-upped it down to an AutoZone to go
There
buy
you
a
go.
jump
Made it
pack.
happen. Good job. Yeah, Mohawk Mike just jumped in, South Georgia Indian rider, and Whit Meza. Welcome to the chat, guys. Mr. Deez, with your riding, does that transform any other areas of your life?
I would say, I would say that it helps me deal with things a little bit better. Like a lot of people would probably say, it's a way to get away from stuff. So it helps me to go back to things maybe with a more refreshed mind, a refreshed attitude, point of view sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And I would say, the other thing is when you're riding a motorcycle, you oftentimes have to make a decision and commit right then and there without too much thinking.
Good point.
And hopefully over time that will, bleed into other areas. I think it has.
Blacktop, what's your pre-ride routine? Do you have one?
Not really. It usually just consists of getting ready to go and then scrambling for stuff that we didn't realize we needed.
So none of us do the T-clocks, huh?
Yeah. Then by the time we get on the road, I'm flustered and pissed off.
An hour in, then you're calmed down?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you forgot a camera battery?
Yeah, pretty much.
How many people here have started filming and forgot to put an SD card in? Yeah, I do it too.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Never happened, Jess?
I haven't had it happen.
That's good.
I fight with my GoPro more than anything. I use the quick turn on while I record, and half the time it doesn't turn on. I have to completely take it out of the housing and
Same
pull
here.
the battery.
That thing's finicky. Yeah.
How many times have you guys been doing a vlog and then you're 10 minutes into talking, you look in the mirror and the thing's just off? I mean, wait, what's going on with that?
I recorded for an entire hour one time.
Oh no.
And none of it.
Nothing.
Wow.
I mean, the front camera was catching me, so I look like a psycho.
Right.
Because you can't hear what I'm saying. So, I'm just like,
Oh, man.
So I stopped, took a deep breath, and then just turned the camera on, did a check. So I have the GoPro app on my phone. I did a mic check to make sure it actually recorded and recorded audio. And then I just looped back around the entire, I think, 70-mile loop I was on.
Wow.
Just redid the whole thing.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more questions for you. If I'm coming up to Ohio there, Jess, and I had to pick one road to ride, what would you recommend in that state?
I'm the worst at this because I don't ride the classic roads up here. I hear the Ohio Triple Nickel is like the mini Tail of the Dragon, but
Triple Nickel. Okay,
Yeah.
where's that at?
It's in southeastern Ohio.
Okay.
There's some just really beautiful roads in southeastern
Gotta write
Ohio
that one down.
in general. But I tend to steer clear of really technical roads. I love just really gradual sloping hilly roads.
Okay,
And we have a lot of those too.
cool. Deez out in Texas, I know you got some great riding there. What would you, if you had to pick one?
Yes. If I had to pick one, there's one out here in the Texas Hill Country known as the Texas Twisted Sisters. Or
Okay.
The Three Twisted Sisters. So,
That's really that
anybody-
great, huh?
Oh, bro. Anybody who's out there on their laptop, just go to another tab on your browser and type in Texas Three Twisted Sisters and check it out later.
Yeah.
It's, very iconic. You really climb high up into some elevation. A lot of nice twisty turns, a lot of great rock formations on the side. And and there's even a place to stop out there to eat, so it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
What I have in Cornhusker land, Blacktop.
I'd say probably Highway 2. It's one of
Highway
the few scenic routes we have, and it's a little kind of boring when it's down by Lincoln and stuff. But once it gets mid-state, it kind of angles up just south of Sturgis. So
How far are you from Sturgis?
about 7 hours.
Oh, okay,
roughly.
you're fairly close.
It's not. Yeah, it's a quick day trip. It's not bad at all.
Okay.
But yeah, that road's got a lot of like rolling sand hills, and it's desolate. Yeah, it's pretty.
Jess, what is your dream moto camping spot?
I probably haven't been to it yet, so
No?
I don't know. I love dispersed camping and lots of trees. So desert camping doesn't sound appealing.
Don't go to
me.
Nebraska. No trees.
No.
I love trees, yeah,
We don't have
and
those
grass.
Yeah.
And one more, Prairie Boy. Thanks for putting up the links for everybody. Make sure everybody goes and check them out. Down in Maine, Boots and Jeans. Texas 23, The Beard. The Beard's always causing trouble. Thank you. And I want to just say, Lady Rebel 18 unfortunately couldn't join us, everybody, because of some bike issues with the group ride. So everything, we hope she's well, but check her out too. Lady Rebel 18 on Instagram and also on YouTube. So I got one last question for everybody. And it's a one-word answer. And we'll start with Professor Deez.
Professor, where did the professor come from?
You look at the very astute sitting there, so
Oh, okay. Cool. I need my pipe. Okay, cool.
yeah. So it'll give Blacktop and Jess a minute to think about it. But
Okay.
describe in one word how motorcycling makes you feel.
Mm,
Doesn't count.
this is gonna sound so dumb.
Nope.
I would say courageous.
What is it?
Courageous.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Jess?
Independent.
Independent. And Lady in Blacktop, do you have the same answer or different?
Happy.
Happy. Good answer.
Free.
Free. Very good. So do you guys have any questions for each other?
Yeah, I got a question for Jess.
Still prepared.
I know.
I have a
Shoot.
question for Jess. So, Jess, you mentioned using TubeBuddy. So, for any of us, and you obviously, we know that you've got a great audience. They're super loyal to you. They listen. They watch your videos every time they come out. I know I check them out. Yeah, quite often. What other advice would you give to somebody who is a YouTuber who wants to keep things authentic, yet come up with creative ideas for videos?
I think you just got to go out as much as possible and capture as much content as you can, as much as you can, and then you can whittle it down. And then once you start learning what's working for you and what you enjoy creating, I know personally when I go out with an idea in mind, I tend to struggle with it and I fumble over my speech and stuff and I don't enjoy it as much. So if I'm just going out cruising with like a little hairpin of a topic that snowballs into something else, those are my favorite videos and those usually get the best feedback. So I feel like that's how I stay true to myself, but you have to like fail and figure out what you don't like to figure out what you do.
Jess, have you ever made a video that you weren't crazy about the topic, but you did it anyway?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So you just get on a roll and go.
Yep.
Okay. I got one question about that. Have you ever passed a dog where you didn't do your doggy salute in your videos?
Unfortunately, yeah. And
You
I
have.
regret it.
Yeah.
I regret it. I'm like, the poor boy doesn't know he's a good boy.
Yeah, exactly. Blacktop, any questions for anybody?
No, I just
Okay.
don't think so. Not that I can think of anyway. Afterwards, I'll think of something.
Well, just want to have you guys tell everybody one more time, start with you, Blacktop, where we can find you.
Yeah, it's Blacktop Devil on YouTube, Blacktop Devil _ on Instagram, and
All right.
Blacktop Devil on Facebook.
And Mr. Deez, yourself?
Yeah, on Instagram, dirty.deez. You can see me bug the hell out of you every time I set up a new YouTube video.
Especially if it's the Elvis impersonation.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, once they open things back up 100%, that karaoke is coming back, baby.
If you haven't seen that video, you have to go watch that. And Jess, yourself?
At Her Two Wheels on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Instagram will
Awesome.
add a couple periods in there because they're finicky, but
Yeah.
search it. We all pop up.
Cool. Well, I want to thank all you guys for your time. I don't want to keep you too long. And thank everybody in the side chat for joining and Prairie Boy for putting up the links. And we will see you guys all on the YouTubes. So thank you very much, guys.
Thanks
Thank
for having us,
you.
buddy.
All right.
This was awesome.
This
We'll
was
see
fun.
y'all
See you
later. All right. Bye, side
Easy.
chat.
Cheers.
Bye.
Guess we're stopping.